Wanted to talk about the four pillars of our company and why our company is going to be so incredible in the next 5 or 10 years. One of the biggest pillars in our company is the pillar called being in the cloud. People don't realize that it costs so much money to run a business. And when it costs so much money to run a business and you have to rent the building, you have to rent the office spaces inside the building, you have to turn the buildings into real offices and put furniture and put phones and put computers and you have to hire all the staff and you have to pay for every single expense you could think of under the sun in running an operation. It costs so much money that, the money has to be paid by someone. That someone could only be two people. It could either be the client or it could be the loan officer. It's no other people could pay that money. So either A, there's a company that charges the client so much money for a loan that the client actually is getting reamed on every single loan, or it's a company that can't afford to pay their loan officers. One of the beautiful things about PacWM is that we started this company in the cloud. We've built it for the cloud. We have built it so that everything we have is accessible from the internet and from the cloud. And yeah, we do have offices, and our offices do house our processors and it do house our accounting staff, but that's all we're housing. And because we save so much money on real life brick and mortar overhead costs, we're able to pass on that savings back to our loan officers, back to our clients. But most importantly, we're able to carve some of that money and give it right back to the people that help build our company, which is our builders. That's absolutely amazing, because when you look at companies that went into that direction, like Amazon, like Netflix, okay, like eBay, like Uber. Do you imagine that Uber owns no cars? Okay, can you imagine that Airbnb owns no lodging, but they're the biggest lodging company in the world? Can you imagine that Amazon, even though they do have their warehouses, like we're warehousing a little bit our processors, can you imagine that Amazon really doesn't really have any products, and they don't have really any retail stores, but then they are ruling the world. Because why? Because they have eliminated the traditional cost of the brick and mortar, and they're taking that savings and convenience, and they're passing it on to you in the cloud. And one of the biggest reasons why PWM is going to be successful is we built ourselves to be like an Amazon, an Uber, like a Airbnb. And so the monies that we save, we pass it on back to the consumer. We pass it on back to the loan officer. But most importantly, we pass it right back on to all of our builders who we consider like owners in our company. And that's pillar number one. Pillar number two, and people don't realize how important this pillar is, but it's called the broker pillar. The broker pillar is so important because, you look at the normal lender out there, and the normal lender out there has a small list of guidelines, and they have a small list of products. And to fit in that window of guidelines and products, they might be turning down, more than 5 or 6 out of every 10 people that come through their door. They're going to say, okay, we don't have a product that's for you, so I'm sorry, we can't do the loan for you. But worst of all, they're going to say, we have a product for you, and you do fit into this product. They just don't tell you that that's not our best product. Really, that's not our best product. This product is actually a very expensive product, but we can do it, but it's very expensive. But unfortunately, as a consumer, you don't know better. So we're going to sell you something that might not be as good as what you could get out there, but we're going to give it to you anyways, because it's just not our best product. You can't expect one lender to be the best at everything. It's like having a car manufacturer saying, well, I'm Toyota, but I'm the best of everything. I make the world's fastest car. I make the world's best looking car. I make the world's best every type of car you can imagine. If they told me that I'm Toyota and I make the world's most reliable car, I would believe it. But I don't expect Toyota to be Ferrari. I don't expect Toyota to be the most luxurious like Rolls-Royce. I just don't expect it. You can't expect one lender to be the best at everything. But I didn't think that was what we wanted as a company. We wanted to have every client that goes through our door be able to have the best of everything. Okay? And that's why we decided that we are a broker shop. That means that we go out there and search the thousands of lenders that are out there. We search for what we think our best 20 or 30 or 40 lenders are. And when you ask me, well, why do we need 30 or 40 lenders when you're looking for the best? It's because not every lender is the best at everything. We have lenders that are the best at low rate. We have lenders that are best at turn times and fast close. We have the lender that's best at understanding that there's challenges in people's lives, and they understand that people who have challenges still need a loan. So we try to find the best lenders for every scenario, and why we have to have 30 or 40 lenders. But when you go to us, we are proud to say that when we give you a product, we feel that's the best product that's on the market, and we stand behind that. Pillar number 3, and I think is one of our most important pillars, is training. We want to be the world's best training company. We started this company, and if you asked me anything, yes, I want to be in the cloud. Yes, I want to have options for people. But at the end of the day, the most important thing in our company is we want to have the best trained loan officers. See, at our company, unfortunately, our loan officers have to be better. See, we don't train our loan officers how to do a small series of products with a small series of guidelines. We train our loan officers to be very educated on many different products, and we work with many different lenders. And so our loan officers have to be better. Even though I'm not in the military, I compare it to being a Navy SEAL versus being a soldier. See? Navy SEAL and soldier both belong to military, but the Navy SEAL knows how to do everything, and they are elite at everything. They are held to an ultra high standard. Because why? Because what they do has importance on the global scale. It's not little micro things they're doing. They're doing things that are huge, and they have to be the best at it. At our company, we train our loan officers to be the elite of this business. And when I say that, I know it because being the elite of this business gives you the chance to work with the elite partners in our business. Our elite partners in the business are realtors. Okay, these are people who have 20, 30, 40 years of experience in working with loan officers. Okay, they depend on loan officers to close deals. But if you earn the trust of a realtor, that realtor will give you deals for the rest of their career, okay? Because you've earned that professional's trust. At our company, when we train our people to be like the Navy SEALs of this industry, one of the reasons why we do that is because we want our loan officers to be able to service and give the best service to realtors. Because we know that if they build relationships with realtors, they could have a lifeline of business for the rest of their lives. But working with a realtor is not easy. Realtors, your service basically affects their check. And because your service affects their check, they don't want to work with anyone that they can't depend on. See, as an expert in both real estate and mortgage, I've been in real estate actually longer than I've been in mortgage, but I've been in both for more than 2 decades. One of the things that we do that stands out is I train all of our loan officers on knowing real estate as good or even better than most realtors. We go out there and we train our loan officers how to read purchase agreements, how to do contracts, how to read the contracts, how to read counteroffers, addendums, disclosures. We teach them what contingent periods are and when and why not to remove contingencies and when to perfectly remove contingencies. We understand how to even educate our own realtors on making sure that they do their job right. That's how well we want to train our loan officers. And because of that, I'm proud to say that we're going to have, and we currently have, and we're going to have the world's best training programs for our loan officers. And it's because we want them to be able to work with the top level business partners in this industry. And finally, the last pillar that we have is pillar number 4, and this pillar is a pillar that will last a lifetime. It's the pillar of ownership. There's so many people that work for people in their lives. Matter of fact, more than 90% of the people out there are employees. It's only the very select few that are employers. Okay. Those are the people that retire. And those are the people, more importantly, that leave a legacy for their family. At PWM, one of the main focuses of our company is we want our people to be able to retire with a legacy. We want you to be able, when you join us, to be able to take part in our growth and to be able to own something. Owning something is probably one of the most important things you'll do in your lives, because we teach you how to get residual income. We teach you how to build your team. So every single month, you could have income coming in, because to be honest with you, there are uh-oh moments in our lives. We can't expect to know what's going to happen in the future. And when we have an uh-oh moment in our lives and we can't produce, we can't close, we're a loan officer, but we just have a slow month, or something happened and we're not able to even talk to people, then you have to ask yourself, how much money are you making when you stop producing? And for most people, the answer is nothing. I can't have loan officers working for our company and not knowing that I didn't give them the opportunity to own something. Because, yeah, there are uh-oh moments in our lives. But even myself, if I have an uh-oh moment in my life, I know that I have over 500 individuals out there that are still producing. And I know that my income probably doesn't change. It doesn't change whether I'm sitting at home. It doesn't change whether I'm sitting in Hawaii or Hong Kong, or one day I might be sitting on Mars or the moon. Okay? But no matter what happens, when I go back and I still have a company, that my income doesn't change. And don't tell my wife this, but if something happened to me and I'm no longer on this planet and I'm sitting 6 feet under the ground, my income still doesn't change. I don't want to say that I'm easily replaceable, but my license is. Okay. And because of that, I am confident that I'm leaving a legacy for my kids. I'm leaving a legacy for my kids' kids and many years to come, because I've spent 26 years of my life building a company for myself. And I'm here to try to take everything I've learned for the last 26 years, and I'm trying to take it and I'm trying to pass it on to the people that work with me, so that it didn't take you 26 years to get to where I'm at. I hope to be able to help you get to where I'm at in way less than 5 years. And that's our plan with PWM, is that we want you and help you create a legacy for yourself. And we want you to be able to do it in as short a period as possible, so that you can enjoy the rest of your life, because at the end of the day, we only have one of it.